Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Nurul Natasha Zulaika binti Ismail Fahmi, and I'm a student from University of Science Malaysia, and I'm from 317 English class. My lecturer is Madam Adila. So today I'm going to present a current issue topic that I have choose, which is youth suicide. So do you guys remember on May 2019, a girl posted on her Instagram story a vote. She let her followers vote between L and D, which stand for live or dead. What happens? The majority of the respondents answered vote for D, which means death, and several hours later, the girl ended her life, and just like that. So WHO estimate that suicide is the leading cause of death globally among the people around 15 to 30 years old. In Malaysia, the defenders, the National Crisis Hotline, say that there is the person that reaching out for help from them is among the people below 30 years old. It means that Malaysia and Malaysian people need to view youth suicide as a really serious matter, and they have to view it as a social, economy, and public health issues that require long-term, comprehensive strategies. Suicide is the leading cause of death among young people in Malaysia, with the economic cost of suicide estimated to be 346.2 million in 2019. It is according to a new report from Youth Suicide in Malaysia. And also, according to Dr. Rashid Mustafa Sawa, a UNICEF representative to Malaysia and a special representative to Brunei Darussalam, there are about 472 young people in Malaysia who took their life from January 2019 up to May 2021, as reported by the Royal Police Malaysia. Okay, let us move on to the next part of my presentations, which is the causes of the suicide. So it can be categorized into three factors, which is first, biological factors, second, psychological factors, and lastly, sociological factors. So for the first factors, which is biological factors, why? Okay, it can be categorized into two main points, which is first, age, and second, gender. So age, young people is more vulnerable to commit suicide other than old people. And second, for the second point is gender. So here is a very interesting fact, which is female are more likely to have a suicidal thought, but male are more likely to die from suicide. So move on to the next factors. So for the first point is interpersonal issues. So a recent systemic review of deaths by suicide in Malaysia is strongly associated with interpersonal issue. This is, for example, like when a person have a quarrel with their family, friends, or even partners, and can lead to stress, and it may cause death by suicide. So second, by depression, anxiety, and stress. So this is the most common problem, like when people have a depression, have anxiety, have a mental problems. So when they don't seek for help from the psychiatrist, so they tend to end their life by suicide. So for the sociological factors, it can also be divided into two, which is unemployment and also media. So unemployment can increase 2 to 3 folds in the risk of suicide, because unemployed among young people can have long-term consequences on job stability and income, as employment affects confidence and resilience of the young people. So the casual risk of unemployment on suicide is especially important to address now, because we know that in this current situation, it is COVID-19, where a lot of people lost their jobs and they become they have no job. So this is when COVID-19 strike, the percentage of people commit suicide is higher than usual. So second, through the media social. So research shows that association between increased screen time and worse mental health in young people. So when we tend to like spend more time in on phone, so we tend to get stressed. Nowadays, cyberbullying is really bad and worse, so it can lead to suicide. So now, let us move on to the next part of my presentation, which is this is the highlight of my presentation. So, what we should do if we have a suicidal thought. On the first category, which is getting help for suicidal thought. So first, you need to tell someone you trust regarding about your problems. When you have any problems, you have to tell the one that you really trust, for example, like your family members or your peers, your colleagues. And second, where you need to see a doctor. You have to visit a psychiatrist or taking a mental health test. And third, see a mental health professional. And fourth, learn about the treatment options. Like there's a lot of treatment. If you want to like you want to receive a treatment regarding the problems when you have a suicidal thought, and yeah, it can be helped when you learn about the treatments. And five, create about a safety plan. Create a safety plan, like if you have a suicidal thought, like what you want to do, you have to like distract yourself from thinking about it and do something else. And six, get immediate help increases. Whenever you have a suicidal thought, you have to so like in Malaysia, we have one organization which is Befrienders, which receive 24 hours call that to their numbers. And if any of you have a suicidal thought, and you just can call them and like share your problems, and they can help you. And changing your thinking. So first, we need to identify the negative thinking traps. Like whenever we thinking about suicide or having like we want to commit suicide, or we have a negative thinking about it, so we need to identify it. And like I said before, we need to distract ourselves from thinking about it. And second, challenge negative thought patterns. And third, distract yourself. Like we need to, if you love to go run, and you need to run, whenever you have a suicidal thought, you need to like distract yourself and do something else that can ease your mind and put your mind on in a healthy state and happy. And lastly is supporting your health and wellness. And second, maintain healthy sleep schedule. Sleep is really important, because it can help us to like it can help us to release our stress when we get enough sleep. And third, stay active in sport and extracurricular. Like, and lastly, unplug and practice self-care. So I think that's all from me. Thank you for listening, and thank you to Madam Adila for giving us for giving me an opportunity to make this video. Thank you.